Descendants who are citizens of the Fernandino Tataviam Band of Mission Indians. Associated Students recognizes that the tribe is still here, and we are committed to lifting up their stories, culture, and community. Government Secretary Musk, can I get a roll call?
Vice President Anderson? Or Anderson? Oh my gosh, Vice President Khan?
Here.
I'm Vice President Khan. Senator Aronson?
Here.
You're the new vice president now, just so you know. No.
Thank you.
Just kidding. Senator Gavino?
Here.
Senator Gimeniano?
Here.
Senator Harris? Senator Covenia? Senator Miyoshi?
Here.
Senator Nunez? Senator Olgun? Senator Perez? Senator Pulliam?
Here.
Senator Radionov?
Here.
Senator Weta?
Here.
Senator Shirzadi?
Here.
Senator Toledo Carranza? Senator Tran?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. We'll now move on to the approval of the agenda. Is there a motion on the floor for the approval of today's agenda? Senator Pulliam.
I motion to approve today's agenda.
I move to.
I move to approve today's agenda.
Thank you. Is there a second? Seconded by Senator Wada. Any discussion on the approval of today's agenda? Seeing no discussion, if there are no objections to the approval of today's agenda, it will pass unanimously. Are there any objections? Seeing no objections, the agenda passes unanimously. We'll now move on to the approval of the minutes from September 23rd, 2024. Is there a motion on the floor? Senator Aronson.
I move to approve the minutes from our meeting on September 23rd, 2024.
Thank you. Is there a second? Seconded by Senator Miyoshi. Is there any discussion on the approval of the minutes? Vice President Khan.
I move to amend the minutes to read under announcements, Senator Toledo Carranza has been appointed to the System-wide Committee of the Summer Arts Advisory Council representing CSUN, and that Senator Gimeniano Aragon has been appointed to CSSA Services to Students with Disabilities Advisory Committee.
Thank you. Is there a second? Seconded by Senator Gimeniano Aragon. Is there any discussion on the amendment? Seeing no discussion, we'll take that to a vote. All in favor of approving the amendment to the minutes, please raise your hand. Motion passes unanimously, or the amendment passes unanimously. We'll now go back to the minutes as amended. Is there any further discussion on the minutes as amended? Seeing no discussion, if there are no objections to the minutes as amended, they will pass unanimously. Are there any objections? Okay, the minutes from September 23rd as amended pass unanimously. We'll now move on to special presentation, starting off with Provost Kumaraju and Vice Provost Bora. You guys can go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to join you at your Senate meeting. And I've had the opportunity to meet President Karum and Vice President Khan. I meet with them once a month. At least that's what we're trying for. And this is actually the third Senate leaders group that I'm meeting since I came to CSUN last January. And I'm always impressed with the professionalism with which you run your meetings and your charge. So it's always a pleasure for me to come. So thank you for the opportunity. And I just want to share a few remarks that I hope are meaningful to you. So as students on our campus, I want to let you know from the Provost's office that your success is our #1 priority. We're always thinking about it in every decision we make, in all of the work that we do. We always keep our focus on student success. That is our North Star. And we welcome engagement with you and hearing from you. If you have ideas, things that you say, oh, I wish the provost would think about this, please feel free to let me know. You can let your president and vice president know. You can always reach out also directly to me. I've had that happen in the last year and a half that I've been here. So from the provost perspective, you might wonder, what does a provost do? So one way to think about it is each of you you have a major. You have your specializing in some area. So all of that is housed inside a department. And then the department, they're located inside the college. So I'm responsible for making sure that all of the colleges and all of the departments function effectively and deliver our teaching mission on campus, ensuring that everything works well. For instance, this fall semester, we had 9,000 plus new students at the undergraduate level, and 1,640 graduate students joined the university, ensuring that we had enough classes for them and that the instructors were in place is kind of the responsibility of the provost area. And I'm pleased to say that in terms of student success and what we do for students, CSUN kind of leads the way even inside of the CSU. Out of the 23 campuses, we are among the 8 where we are seeing an increased number of students, which we interpret as being a measure that CSUN is doing something well, because word of mouth matters a lot. Students and their experience on campus shared with their family and friends influences the decisions that prospective students might make. So we are glad that our efforts to do well has some success, but we always strive to do better. So in that context, I want to share with you that we don't just focus on bringing more students to campus, but we also focus on retaining them and ensuring that they're successful, not only during the time that they're at CSUN, but for the next steps. So that once you're done with your degree, you know what your next step is, whether it's going to graduate school or finding employment. We take it as our responsibility to help you in that process. And we don't think that, okay, we are done, everything is good. We're always striving to do better and better. And in that context, I want to share with you that for the last year and a half that I've been there, we've been really focusing on advisement. We're trying to streamline the advising process and make it more effective. We're hiring more advisors so that the load per advisor is lower, the ratio of student to advisor, so advisors can spend more time with students. We're also aiming that by fall 25, we will be able to adopt a caseload method of advising, which means that every student who comes in will have a designated advisor during the entire time that they are at CSUN, whether they're first-year freshmen or transfer students. So it'll be true for everyone that they'll have an advisor. So we're hiring more advisors for that. We're ensuring that there's a director of advising for each college. And we also have a graduation and retention specialist in every college as a staff position. And we have initiated regular meetings with them so that we hear from them, all the efforts that they are making to increase student retention and success. These are just examples of things that are happening through our office. And we also pay attention to the curriculum, and we try to keep it refreshed and make sure that you're learning the latest and cutting edge sort of findings in your classes, and are prepared when you're done with all of the tools that you need to be successful. So that's basically what I want to share with you, that you're always on our mind. And we invite any feedback that you may have from your perspective to help us do what we're doing more sort of effectively. And I don't know if you have time for questions, but I will be glad to answer any questions that you might have for me.
Yes, we can definitely do questions. Senator Pulliam.
Hello, thank you so much for making the time for us today. And I'm in Deaf Studies, and we recently have a new advisor, so I see that happen, and I introduced myself. She's very sweet. But I was wondering, at the beginning of your little presentation, you were saying how if there's any inquiries or anything we wanted to draw to your attention to bring them to you, but what is an example of what that would be?
So I'll just share with you that in the last year, there was a student, there was a senator who wanted to share some experiences in his major. And he was hoping that more effort could be made to provide them internships and get them networked, because his major was such that you need to be connected to get that first opening. So then I was able to share that concern without identifying who the senator was with the dean, and the dean shared that with the department. So then they'll say, oh, okay, that's a concern that our students are having. And then we were paying more attention to it. So that would be just one example.
Any other questions?
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, so our next presentation is sort of a time certain at 9:30. So we will move on with the agenda and then we'll just go back to special presentation once they arrive. Okay, so we'll move on to open forum. Open forum is intended as an opportunity for any member of the public to address the Associated Student Senate regarding any issues affecting CSUN students. Speakers are allowed 3 minutes each to speak. Please sign in using the clipboard for minute recording purposes. It's me.
Sorry who has to read that handwriting. It's terrible. Good morning, everybody. For those of you who don't know, my name is James Forrester. I serve as the AS Programs Manager. Here to give you a little bit all of an update for what our events are. October is tomorrow. So I'm going to go over all of our October events just to provide you a whole month-long list here. Don't worry, you don't have to write any of these down. We'll make sure that you all get all the dates for everything. But just so you all are aware, so over the month of October, we are going to be hosting 5 farmers markets. Just because there happens to be 5 Tuesdays in the month of October. All of them will be pretty standard farmers markets, except for October 22nd, we'll be having our second refill and repair farmers markets. We're looking forward to that one. And then the last farmers market of the semester on the of the month on the 29th is our annual Pumpkin Fest event. For those of you that don't know, Pumpkin Fest is an opportunity or an event where we bring in a bunch of pumpkins, turn the lawn into basically a pumpkin patch, give out free pumpkins to students, and have a bunch of opportunities with that. That's a joint event with the USU, so we're looking forward to finishing out the final details for that. In addition to those 5 farmers markets we're going to have this month, we're also going to have 5 other standalone events as well. So we'll have 2 events a week pretty much this month. So this week on the 3rd, we'll be having our breast cancer awareness event over on Sierra Lawn. Next week, we'll have our mental health awareness event also over on Sierra Lawn. On the 16th, which is the 3rd week of October, we'll be doing our Campus Sustainability Day, also on Sierra Lawn. There's a trend here. On the October 24th, we're going to be trying to bring back and pilot out our Soul Fest event. For any of you who may have been around for a while, Soul Fest was an old event that used to happen a couple years back. It's basically a music celebration event where you focus on local music, vendors, things like that. So we'll be having that come out on the 24th, which we're looking forward to. And then finally, on the 30th, we'll be hosting our Dia de los Muertos event, which will actually be in Matador Square. So those are the events that we have coming up. We'll make sure that you see all the awesome marketing graphics that our marketing department's been working on. And we'll make sure that you all have all those dates so you all can, 1, attend, and 2, tell people about them as well. Thank you all so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much, James. Is there anyone else here for open forum? Okay, seeing none, we will move on to my report. Okay, and then probably as soon as I'm done with my report, we can get started with that presentation. Okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Congrats to our new senator, Senator Shirzadi. Come on, round of applause. Nice. Okay, and to start things off of what I was doing last week, Vice President Khan and I had dinner with the University Student Union Board Chair and Vice Chair, which was really good and a really good opportunity for, I guess, a form of networking, even though we are neighbors or we live in their home, actually. And we were just talking about some collaborative efforts that we can try to get done with the with AS and the USU. One of them, an easy one, is the elections. For you all that might not know, the USU and AS have joint elections. So trying to think of ways that we can do marketing together, events together, and stuff like that. It's just things that we talked about. And then I have still been acting as the Attorney General. So I've been going to the Senate Standing Committee, so Internal Affairs, External Affairs, and University Affairs. Everyone has been doing really great in their standing committees. The chairs have been doing phenomenally with parliamentary procedure, shout out. And next, I attended the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Other Drug Committee, which was very insightful, and they were providing a lot of statistics about how CSUN stands and like CSUN students stand with alcohol, tobacco, or other drug usage and how it affects the classroom and stuff like that. And we're doing very well, to let you all know. And then we had the Food Service Advisory Committee with the University Corporation, which was a very good time. They provided us lunch, which was delish. And it was great to hear from the different stakeholders that have to do with, the food that we have on campus, kind of getting ourselves oriented to that. And then another meeting with the University Corporation with the Board of Directors orientation lunch, also provided food, delish, thanks. And that was a good time. That was the executive director, Rick Evans, was going through a packet of what the University Corporation is and how we would play into what happens with the Board of Directors through that. Then we've had our weekly cabinet meetings. Nothing too crazy, just really happy that I was able to find a time that everyone could meet in the same day, hour. It's amazing. But yeah, we've been doing that. And Chief of Staff Ramos has gotten very good at chairing. Shout out. Nice. Nice. And then me, Ariana, and Daniel, who are here, tabled at Matador Madness. That was fun. And it was a really good, engaging event. Got interviewed by the Sundial. He was like, Katie. And I was like, who are you? But it was fun. It was a good time. And there was a lot of people there and lots of long lines to get the t-shirts. But yeah, it was great. We were tabling and sharing our information and getting people to join per usual. And then me, alongside the TUC, helped present the CSUN Ready proposal and what we've been finding from our focus groups to the Faculty Senate Exec Committee. And met with Terry Kang, the Senior Director of Development and Student Affairs. I actually originally met Terry at a VICA event. I think it was a VICA event. Was it? It was one of those events. And it was great. We were sitting at the same table. And then we ended up meeting just last week, which was really awesome. And then I had a one-on-one with the Cal State Student Association Internal Affairs Chair. And then I think I've mentioned it, but I'm the vice chair of that committee too. So it was good to meet with her and discuss what plans I had for the year in internal affairs, or I guess for the time being. And then my last meeting was with the CSUN Ready Ad Hoc Committee. And again, just kind of sharing the things that we've found from the focus groups and, taking that feedback and getting feedback on what people think about the feedback. And yeah, it's good. And then my last couple things, we have a time, place, and manner forum that we just put together last week, happening on Wednesday. Wednesday from 1 to 3 in this room. So if you all can make it, please try to come. We're trying to get as many students to attend so they can learn about the policy, ask their questions, and voice their concerns. So please get the word out for that Wednesday from 1 to 3 in the Northwood Center, which is where we are now. And we have 2 other events happening this week. Tonight we have Politics Are a Drag in the Orchard Conference Center from 7 to 8:30. So if you all can attend, please do that. And then the vice presidential debate watch party, which is happening tomorrow in the Lakeview Terrace Room from 4 to 9 p.m. Might sound like a long time, but there will be food and there will be like preliminary discussion and educating on the debate and such. That's kind of it, I think. Oh, this is good to mention. Next Monday, I will send an email out, but next Monday, we will be having a marketing and events training. Please be here. And it will be under special presentation. I need you all to like be super attentive to that because this was kind of hard to schedule, and I really need you all to retain that information so we know how to go about, doing marketing requests and events requests and how the other departments play a part in the roles that you all are filling and the events and all the things. So yeah, be prepared to take some notes next Monday and come with questions just because we want it as like a one and done. So yeah, I will send an email out for that as well. But that's it, I think. So if any of you guys have any questions ever and need some assistance with your positions and the things that you have planned, please feel free to reach out and we are here for you. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. Are there any questions? Oh, thanks for the snaps. Any questions on my report? Senator Tillerto Carranza.
Permission to be recognized.
Granted. Senator Perez.
Permission to be recognized.
Granted. Senator, oh my God. Wait, that's the wrong. Okay, that's what I thought. Harris. I was like, wait, am I tripping? No, that's still the wrong. I rely too much on the name tag sometimes. Senator Harris.
Permission to be recognized.
Granted. Any questions? No questions, guys. Just permissions to be recognized. Okay, great. Now we will go back to special presentation. If there are no objections, we will go back to special presentation and then we will come back to reports. Any objections on doing that? Okay, great. I don't know if I needed to ask for objections, but I think it was better that I did. Okay, so Premier America Credit Union Partnership with Daisy Castaneda and Haley Zacharias. You guys can go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Can you hear me? Well, thank you so much for having me today. I'm very happy to be here. I know we've been planning this for a couple of weeks already, but I'm glad we were able to make it. Haley will not be able to join today, but she's also very happy that you guys gave us the time out of your busy, meeting. But thank you. And then, do we have a clicker? Oh, thank you. Oh, you guys, okay, perfect. That's fine, you could. So just a quick introduction. Today's overview, Premier America, our financial services and meeting our members' needs. We can go to the next slide. So yeah, like I said, my name is Daisy Castañeda. I'm the branch manager here at the branch on campus. We have a branch inside our bookstore complex. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, if ever stopped by, passed by. Please come say hi. Just a little bit about myself. I'm a native to LA County. I study business at California State Dominguez Hills. And I've been studying for the GMAT exam. I'm planning on joining the part-time MBA program here on campus. So hopefully I could be a student here as well. So thank you. So I'm aiming for spring of 2025. So hopefully I can pass and I could get accepted to the program. I do have a passion for financial empowerment, and that's why we're here on campus to empower all of our students in finances and banking, and also to give back because it takes a village, and that's why we're here, because we know that this is a great community, and we are looking forward to doing great things here on campus. So a little bit about credit unions. Not sure if all of you know the difference between, a credit union and a bank. So at a credit union, we're member owned. Everyone that is a member of the credit union is part owner. We're not for profit. That's something very important to know because banks, as we all know, they're very much for profit and they are owned by stockholders. Here at the credit union, surplus earnings are returned back to our members. So anything we acquire in interest rates from our credit cards, auto loans, mortgages, we give back to our members in dividends. Our accounts are very low cost or no fees at all. And we like to help our members and give back to them. Banks, on the other hand, profits go to stockholders and their beneficiaries. They have higher fees because obviously they contribute to the bottom line. So that's the main difference between a credit union and a bank. So I'm not sure if you guys are all members already, but that's why we wanted to be here and give information. So you as a member of the credit union, you'll be a part owner. As for a bank, you're only a customer there. Thank you. A little bit about our history at Premier America. We started in 1957 as a Lytton Employee Federal Credit Union. So Lytton, it was an aerospace company here in the San Fernando Valley, and that's how they started the credit union back in 1957. In 1994, we changed our name to Premier America Credit Union, and we made the credit union available to everybody in the community. And that's why we are here, part of CSUN and everybody that lives in this community. In 2017, Premier America started their foundation, which we give back. We partnered up with the Girls and Boys Club here of San Fernando, and we're part of different organizations and giving back to the community. 2022, we started our partnership here at CSUN, and it is a 10-year partnership. So we've been here 2 years, we have 8 years here, and hopefully this partnership will continue on for many years to come. In 2024, we launched our IT lending. So this is very important for all of our students that are international students, students that are new to CSUN or this community. We're able to lend to them using a tax ID number. So for a lot of them that don't have a social, we are still able to help them with their lending and financing needs. These are our purpose here at Premier America. Our purpose is to make it easier to meet today's needs and reach tomorrow's dreams. And we really live by this. We want to help all of our students reach their goals, their financial goals, and we do this by being part of the community, of the CSUN community. Our core values here at Premier America, we have a passion for member experience. We have a passion for succeeding together. We're friendly and respectful at all times. We're always trying to find a better way. We're giving back to our community. We're owning this, and we're pursuing individual growth, as I am myself. Thank you. And then these are some of the events that we are involved here on campus. We partner up with the International Exchange Center. So we do a lot of resource fairs there to just give information to our international students of all the programs that we have on campus and at our branch. We were part of 13 NSOs. So a lot of the new students, incoming students that didn't have any knowledge about banking or finances, so we were able to get them set up with their first bank account and their first student credit card and helping them with their journey. Also, we sponsored the Summer Moving Fest. So we were out on the lawn giving information to all the families, students. We have really great youth saving accounts earning 5% interest, which is something that a lot of other banks and credit unions do not offer. So this is a great program for all of our little ones to start, building their savings. And then, the partnership with, as you all know, we are here and we're growing our partnership. So we are the official credit union of CSUN. Like I said this earlier, we can visit us on campus. We're inside the bookstore building. We have partners here on campus. We partner with the athletics department. We sponsor a lot of their lunches with their meetings, give information to all the student athletes and all the staff at the athletics department. We also sponsor the Soraya. We will be part of the Noche Buena event this coming December. Also, the Alumni Association, so we partner and do a lot of events with them. The Student Affairs, we also partner and do a lot of sponsorships and a lot of events join with them. So our commitment at Premier America, it's a long-term commitment for us to support events and programs that benefit our community here on campus. And also to engage further with faculty, staff, and students. And again, a little more of the events that we partner. We did sponsor the Admitted Matador Day. The first picture there is our grand opening 2 years ago. We also changed the arena to the Premier America Arena. So there's a photo of that there. And also we do a lot of sponsoring of the graduation celebration. So that's one of the photos there. And then this is the stuff that we do around campus and events that we support, the NSO, like I mentioned, Meet the Clubs, Admitted Matadors, CSUN Navigators, Housing Move-In Day, which is really fun. Career Center, we're a silver employer sponsor. We sponsor the International Coffee Hour, athletics events, Crunch Time, and the Soraya, like I mentioned earlier. And then a little bit more of events that we sponsored on campus. We were part of the pep rally a few weeks ago, which is really fun. Meet the Clubs, it was very, very hot that day, but we had a lot of fun out there, and we were able to meet a lot of the students and help them with, questions they had regarding their finances. Meeting our members' needs. So just quick facts. The reason why we do what we do here on campus is because 4.5 of the U.S. households, about almost 6 million adults, are unbanked, so they don't have any checking or saving accounts. Almost 14.1 of U.S. households, 18.7 million adults are underbanked, meaning they still use like check into cash or other services that maybe supermarkets offer to cash their checks or get their money orders. So because of this is why we're here on campus, because we want to help all the unbanked and underbanked households. We understand that, this community students, sometimes they're not aware of the opportunities we have for banking and finances, and that's why we're here. Nationally, 36% of Black households and 33.4% of Hispanic households are underbanked and unbanked, and that's what we want to focus on here at Premier America in our communities, to really educate and educate our students and our members in their finances. So products designed to meet your needs. What is financial well-being? So financial well-being is a state of being wherein a person can fully make choices that allow them to enjoy life, meet their current and ongoing financial obligations, and they can feel secure in their financial future. So this is our goal here at Premier America, to offer financial literacy workshops, to give this information to all our students and our staff as well. Here at Premier America CSUN office, we have a smarter banking. We have the Smart Spending checking account that has 0 service fees, 0 non-sufficient funds fees. We offer early payday, so up to 2 days, you can get your direct deposit in your account deposited early, as opposed to other financial institutions. And also every time you swipe your debit card, we do contribute to a charitable foundation, 1 cent. So we are giving back to our community. Other features that we offer with our Smart Spending account, overdraft protection, and with free overdraft account transfers. So we have this exclusive promotion for all CSUN students, staff, faculty. So we give you up to $100 deposited into your account when you set up your free account. So also we this month or this semester we are running a giveaway. So every month we are giving a prize. So this semester we are giving away 4 Apple AirPod Pros. So anybody that opens an account with us, they'll have a chance to win an AirPod Pro. So we've raffled one in August, September, and then we're doing another one in October, and November is the last one. So if you guys are interested in hearing about all the great exclusive offers for CSUN students, faculty, and staff, I left some flyers here on the table, and I brought you guys some donuts as well. Thank you. And then some business cards if you'd like to learn a little bit more about the exclusive offers that we have for all of you. We also offer financial counseling. So we have partnered up with Green Path Financial Wellness. So if you are interested in getting information or speaking to a certified counselor to get information on how to build your budget, tailored specifically to your needs, we have Green Path Financial. Also, if you're interested in debt consolidation, we can also assist with that. We have a lot of great information through Green Path Financial. They can develop a customized plan to meet your own personal needs and goals. So I think in the next slide here, I have the QR code. So if any of you are interested in speaking to a financial counselor regarding, debt consolidation or just how to plan for your future and your finances, give them a call or come by and visit us. We could give you more information as well. So you could let us know, come by to our branch and let us know what you're interested in learning about. If it's saving for home buying, retirement planning, achieving financial well-being, or just, the learning about the psychology of spending, we'll be more than happy to help you. Come visit us, take one of my business cards. We can set up an appointment to give you a little bit more information of what we have to offer. And that's about it. Thank you, guys. Do you have any questions for me?
Any questions? Going once, going twice. Well, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'll be more than happy to ever come back if you guys want to invite me.
Thank
to
you.
give you more information. Thank you. And come visit us.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for the donuts. That's so kind. Okay. All right, we'll move back into reports. We're gonna go back to Vice President Khan's report for the Vice President's report. What the hell am I saying? Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning. I'm going to amend my own report to be about a quarter of what it was because Katie did go over a lot of the things on my report. Don't be sorry, less talking for me. Okay, so it's mostly just like acknowledging amazing things, like the farmer's market. I don't know if you guys went to the farmer's market like as often as I did last year, but the life it brings is like really amazing. Shout out to everybody involved in that. It's really, really nice. Definitely hang out there, definitely promote it. I last week attempted to go to the STEAM career fair. And I bring this up because I was not able to get in because the line was so long the whole time, which is great because that means people are getting involved on campus. But it's also something to like ponder on. Like, do we want to like encourage more career fairs to happen? How do we like maybe as a senator, it was STEAM. So I know that some of you represent STEAM specific things. So just something to think about. But it was really nice for me to see because I wasn't necessarily going to get a job. I have a job, but I did want to explore some options. So I'm glad that other students are doing that. Katie and I also went to the Oasis Daydream Delight by the USU. That was really cool. And I bring this up because the event was done in such a way that it was really like, I mean, the Oasis is tranquil, but it was very smooth ran. And so I bring this up to say, like, definitely explore different, like, either auxiliaries or different organizations on campus that do events to get inspiration and kind of see where we want to bring AS. Because I do have suggestions, and I probably will be bugging James. Looking ahead, Katie brought up Politics Are Drag tonight, tomorrow, Vice Presidential Debate Party, Debate Watch Party, sorry, we're not celebrating the debate. It could be a party. So next week, though, October 8th, we are having a candidate forum for the assembly member elections with Patrick Gibson and Pilar Schiavo from 4 to 7, October 8th. definitely come to Lobby Court if you have the opportunity because we want to introduce this thing if you're able to work, if you're willing to work, like an ask me about, because everybody in here is like very well versed in something. It doesn't matter what it is, just something. So we want to kind of showcase that and let the students know, like you can, for example, like me, like I could wear a tag that says like, ask me about the TPM policy because that's all I've been thinking about recently. And so if you want to participate, please come. We'd love to have you there. And then Katie did bring up the TPM forum. That's also important. If you know, I know she mentioned spreading the word, but if you know specific groups on campus, organizing groups or clubs or just individual students, you know, who have like some sort of reach out to them like directly or ask us if we've reached out to them because we don't know everything. And this issue or this policy could be more of an issue or more of a concern to certain demographics on campus. And then I want to end my report by saying thank you to the marketing team because Daniel took me on a really cool tour of AS. It was really fun. We went through all of the AS departments, and I bring this up because I've said it before, but AS is like so massive. We have like 7 departments. That's crazy. And definitely explore and look around and see what we have to offer because like small example, I didn't know how intense the rock wall was. Like I was comparing it to like the carnival rock walls, and then they made me do it 4 times, and then I wanted to cry because it was so intense and I was sore for 3 days. All Daniel's fault. Because he couldn't get the video right. Just kidding. I was off script every single time. But yeah, that's how I want to end my report. Thank you to marketing. And if you have any questions, concerns, my door is always open. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice President Khan. Is there any questions on the Vice President's report? Senator Harris.
Point of personal privilege.
Granted. Senator Toledo Carranza.
Point of personal privilege.
Granted. Any questions? Senator Pulliam.
Not point of personal privilege. No, just kidding. So you said there was a few events that you recommended for us to go to. Can you send an email with those dates and the times? Because I already forgot.
Yeah, we'll definitely send an email. You can also check the base camp, the leadership base camp. All of the events kind of run through there. That's how I update my own calendar because I don't know what everybody's up to all the time. But for like the CSUN events and the non-AS events, definitely check Madisync. That helps me a lot. And then, you know, randomly your department will email you, read through your emails, that type of thing. Yeah.
Any other questions? Okay, seeing none. We'll move on to the Chief of Staff report. I will be giving it because Chief of Staff Ramos has lost her voice. So sad. So you guys get to hear me talk some more. So sorry. So Chief of Staff Ramos plans on meeting with the Chair of Elections this week, as well as the Chair of Legislative Affairs and Chairperson on Communications. Her next week's game plan is going to start assisting in the recruiting process for AS leadership positions around the History and Political Science Department. Moving on to the Chair of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion's report. He attended the Educational Policies Committee and learned about a lot of the new launching courses at CSUN. Okay, and then his next week's game plan, or this week's, we'll be meeting with Dr. Martinez, Senator Toledo Carranza, and Denise to finalize the details for an event that is not happening anymore. And then in the near future, he plans on meeting with Dr. Quintero to discuss the new HSI building and the development of a Matador Success and Inclusion Center. Moving on to the Chair of Legislative Affairs report. This week's timeline and accomplishments are sharing voter registration material, and she is reminding everyone to please make sure you are registered to vote and check your registration to make sure it's up to date. As it was mentioned in my report and Vice President Khan's report, here are the upcoming events for this week. Politics Are a Drag on September 30th from 2024, which is today, at 7 p.m. in the Orchard Conference Center. with treasurer of the Silver Lake Neighborhood Council may be a girl. Second event is going to be tomorrow, 2024 Vice Presidential Debate Watch Party, October 1st, 2024, at 4 p.m. in collaboration with Professor Kephart from the Communication Studies Department. Shout out Communication Studies. And then her second Lobby Corps meeting is, no, I guess it will be her third Lobby Corps meeting will be today. These reports are kind of delayed because we used them for the last week's cabinet meeting, so they kind of get delayed. Third Lobby Corps meeting will be today, and we'll be working on Big Party, which will be November 4th, 2024. This week's game plan is to continue emailing local offices to be a part of Big Party, continue voter registration initiatives with Lobby Corps members, as well as begin more planning and coordination for Big Party. And she says, if any senators would like to collaborate on voter engagement initiatives or event planning, please let her know. Okay, and then moving on to the Chair of Personnel and Communications report. Last week's timeline was to send interview confirmation, send eligibility checks, and getting an Instagram post together. Supporting senators and creating flyers for their events. And member of the month headshots, and filming introduction videos for our Senate and Cabinet. This week's game plan is to conduct more interviews, posting marketing material, finalizing the intro video for the Senate and Cabinet, and setting up a tabling event for the Communications Committee regarding outreach and open positions, and possibly setting up a giveaway. She's having her weekly meetings with Ariana, our marketing manager, on Mondays, and Communications Committee meetings on Fridays. Reminders for you all. Please respond to her email with a day and time they're available. You all are available to film. And there is a QR code on her desk, as well as other parts of the office, regarding marketing material for events / town halls. So make sure to scan that QR code if you all are wanting to do such things. Next is the Chair of Elections report. She has her check-in meeting with Chief of Staff Ramos. She has Internal Affairs Committee meetings, and she will be contacting Denise for further questions regarding the social media platform request. Deadline of October 4th to get an answer about next steps for marketing and elections. And then lastly, Assistant Chair of Elections. She has only been participating in our cabinet meetings and office hours. She's trying to connect her email to her computer so she can respond to emails more efficiently. We have since directed her to IT, so hopefully she has gotten a chance to go to IT. Okay. She's checking in with the Chair of Elections to see if there's any projects she wants her to be worked on. And that's it. That was a lot. Oh, wow. Now I get an applause. I'm just kidding. Any questions on the Chief of Staff's report? Senator Harris.
Commissioner Bjork.
Granted. Any questions? Okay. Seeing none, we can move on to the Chair of Finance report with Chair Ponce.
Hear me? Hello? Oh. Sorry about that. I hope you all had a great weekend. I'll start off with the account numbers. So for STAR, there is $179,087 in unassigned contingencies. We are currently waiting for the balance to be provided on the beginning balance, and for Phil Fund, the philanthropy fund, we have $15,000. For clubs and organizations, travel and clubs and organization unassigned have been combined with a total beginning balance of $25,000. And the current allocation for clubs and org travel is $17,871. Moving on to my report, this week in Finance Committee, we're going to be discussing the hospitality policy, and that's going to be a big talking point at the MIC Leadership Conference, especially for clubs and and the whole club re-registration process. We also have 2 tabled supplementals and 1 new supplemental in the Finance Committee agenda. And this week, I will be attending my first Campus Fee Advisory meeting on October 4th. And I also plan on working on the Finance 101 presentation for the MIC Leadership Conference this week. Aside from that, just continuing to work on stars and supplementals and answering student inquiries. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chair Ponce. Is there any questions on the Chair of Finance report? Seeing none, we'll move past the Attorney General's report into standing committee reports, starting with External Affairs with Senator Geminiano Aragon.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So last week we had a discussion on system-wide time, place, and manner policy. So that's something that was very exciting. Also, thank you for President Karum, because she was able to provide more insight on a system-wide level. So we're hoping to bring back that discussion this week and start our report. Last week we were able to cover some issues that we needed to bring up and that we are going to discuss this week too. Especially now that the forum is happening, we are hoping to help with engagement and reach out to some clubs who would be interested. This week, we are also we're bringing back the time, place, and manner policy, as well as revise the executive order to 1043. So we are excited for that. And thank you for the Soraya for their invitation for the opening season event. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any questions on the External Affairs report? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on. Senator Pulliam.
What was the Soraya event that you guys got invited to?
It was their opening season event. I think it was for FOD. Yeah. So it was very exciting. We got to go to a balcony and it was just a great event. We went, Senator Nick was there and Chair of DEI was also there. So it was very fun.
Yes, I sent out an invitation for everyone to attend. So we had some individuals say that they wanted to attend, so they got to go for free. Okay, any other questions on the External Affairs report? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to the Internal Affairs report with Senator Gavino.
Good morning, everyone. We have 6 legislative referrals in committee right now. They're pretty varied in scope, like I discussed last week. So we're kind of bouncing all over the code right now. We're finding the best ways to go about possible changes in the code. If certain things are possible, if it's desired, it's very technical. So we're kind of working within some limitations. Shout out President Karum for Attorney Generaling all our meetings. She's the former Internal Affairs Chair. If you guys didn't know, she's a big help in providing perspective. I had a few meetings this week with a few chairs of committees talking about their codes, seeing what needs to be changed, what they're not really doing anymore that we could just make cleaner in the codes. I once again invite you all to reach out to your chairs, look at your codes, and send any concerns our way. And then, as President Karum mentioned, I attended the University Corporation Board of Directors lunch, met their executive team, got oriented, and I'm looking forward to a productive meeting with them about CSUN Ready later this week. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Gavino. Any questions on the Internal Affairs report? Senator Soto Carranza?
Permission to be recognized.
Granted. Any questions? Okay. We'll move on to the University Affairs report with Senator Aronson.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to week 6. I hope everybody is in full swing and ready for midterm season. I just wanted to provide insight on a few things. So we are going to be covering 3 new legislative referrals this week. We are very excited to begin sort of the flow of new legislative referrals and to get everybody working on different things. Currently, I am working on the Better Campus Food Act, and Senator Tran is working on the parking visibility signs legislative referral. and we are very excited to begin working on these next three. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Come if you can. It'll be at 1:15 p.m. today in the USU Calabasas room. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there any questions on the University Affairs report? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to the interim AS Executive Director's report with Tim.
Good morning, everyone. A couple of updates. October 9th, AS Mixer, 3 p.m., The Orchard on your calendars. Good. Outdoor adventures this last weekend took a group of students up to Yosemite to participate in what's called the Facelift. This is a service project that they do every year to help clean up Yosemite. Not sure how much the event cleaned up this year, but last year they cleaned up over 10,000 pounds of trash in the national park. So there's a lot of trash. So they were there to help pick it up. They will also be partnering with a group on campus for some Fernandinho, Tatavi, and Band of Mission youth that will be here on October 3rd. So they're going to work with them and bring them to the rock wall and show them a good time, hopefully. Sport Club 101 is October 6th. Matador Match of the Month was this weekend with hockey versus LMU. A packed crowd. We'll leave the score alone. And then last thing for clubs, we will be working with accounting and marketing to come up with a training video to help transition of leaders who deal with money so that they don't have any issues throughout the year. So if there's a transition of somebody who spends money in a club, we'll have some either a video or a monthly training for them so that they don't spend in a way that they can't use their funds. So we'll be working on that to hopefully make that a much more smoother transition. And enjoy the last day of September and see you in October.
Thank you, Tim. Is there any questions on the interim executive director's report? Okay, seeing none. Tim, do you know if Asia is coming back? Okay, then we'll move past the university advisors report to the faculty advisors report with Dr. Veda Ward.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a great weekend and are winding down September. I always have to start off with the best thing in October. My mother was born on October 1st, and she will be 102 tomorrow. Yay. I always tell everyone she had me when she was quite old. Just kidding. All right. Anyway, just a couple of things today. One, we're winding down into our good time of the semester. The provost mentioned looking at student success. And for me and for many faculty, that does start with coming in for office hours so that we can really get to know who you are and talk with you not only about your careers and your academic performance, but where you want to go professionally. So again, you're not just a number, but you're a real whole human being here with us. October and September are always super important. I talked last time a little bit about Hispanic, Latino, Latinx, whatever you call that month in your world, but remembering those names as they come up in conversations and on your syllabi, okay? So again, if you have a name that you want brought up, a perspective that you're not seeing, just to reiterate, always feel free to do that. And I really think I need to say that more than once during a semester. Ageism issues are coming up as well. October is many, many things that we think of, and that is one of the days. I believe the day is October 9th, when you're actually going to be looking at issues of ability and how you think about age. I want you all to remember that it isn't only one direction. So when we're looking at ageism, it's not only about older adults, but where we go and how we progress as we go on through our lives. So again, some of the biases that you may see, you may think, wow, nobody's looking at my generation, okay? So when we look at ageism, think about that. Look at that on your syllabi and in your classes as well. And are the voices that you're learning about only people from 20 decades ago or last week? And so you can imagine how that works with faculty members who are dealing with things like AI, okay? A decade ago, AI was about appreciative inquiry. Today, it's artificial intelligence. So just think about those changes as we go through our lives and how they impact your curriculum and what you're learning. And really, other than that, Jimmy Carter will be 100 tomorrow as well. So moving forward with age. All right, have a good one.
Thank you, Dr. Veda Ward. Any questions on the faculty advisors report? Okay, seeing none, we will move on to unfinished business. And I know we've been tabling this, but I've just decided that I would recommend we just appoint someone and they will act as the Senate representative until once we start meetings with judicial court, and that is hopefully when we get a chief justice. So yeah, if anyone would like to nominate Senator Aronson.
I just have a quick question.
Hmm?
Can you explain a little bit of what judicial court is and maybe, I know meeting times aren't set yet, but
Yeah.
maybe what that might look like?
Senator Harris, do you want to? You're on judicial court. I feel like you'd better explain it than me.
For meeting times, it was just kind of agreed upon. I think it was from 12 to 1 or 1 to 2. Basically, we're just approving chartering. MIC already approves them being a club, so we're able to provide the funding aspect of it. So what we do is we look over the constitutions, because every club has one. We check to see if it has everything, if the proper format is given to us. If not, we fix it, and then they will come in for a special presentation if things are not clear. They did change the judicial code last semester, so it's given judicial court less of a role in club processing. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Senator Harris. Sorry to put you on the spot, but that was great. That was better than I actually see. The change of codes is what has thrown me off, because that happened last year and I haven't like fully equated myself to what has changed. But yeah, did that answer your question? Great. Okay. Are there any nominations for the Senate rep of judicial court? So to preface, technically your schedules wouldn't change until we have judicial court, like a meeting set time, and there's a couple steps that we need to get to before we can get to meeting times for judicial court. So you would just be acting as the Senate rep until those meeting times are set. But essentially nothing would change in your schedule right now. Senator Gavino.
I'd like to nominate Senator Shirzadi.
Thank you. Is there a second? Not a second. Do you accept the nomination?
Yes, I accept the nomination.
Yeah. Any other nominations? Senator Perez.
I'd like to nominate Senator Pulliam.
Thank you. Senator Pulliam, do you accept?
I decline, sorry.
Wow. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be allowed. She's already a Senate rep of another committee, but I like the effort. Any other nominations? Okay. Senator Shirzadi, if there are no objections to, well, do you want to, you can give like a 1-minute speech if you'd like. You don't have to, but you can. You're not going against anyone though. But you have the floor.
So far I haven't really been in CSNAS, but I plan to look into it more and make the best of it. Thank you.
what we like to hear. Thank you. Okay. Well, if there are no objections to Senator Shirzadi being the Senate rep for judicial court, then he will be approved. Are there any objections? Okay, seeing none, congratulations, Senator Shirzadi, for being the Senate representative for judicial court. Yeah, so once that like committee like actually gets in fruition, we can discuss. Great. Okay, now we'll move on to new business. The first and only one being to approve the following appointment for Valentina Flores for the senator for the Humanities College. Is there a motion on the floor? Senator Aronson.
I move to approve item 1 under line item A under new business.
Can you read out what the appointment is? Just for the minutes.
I move to approve Valentina Flores as senator for Humanities College.
Thank you. Is there a second? Seconded by Senator Salado Carranza. And sorry, to preface, I'm going to try to remind everyone to just do that instead, because essentially whatever motion is made here, like however it is verbally stated, would be what is on the minutes. So just so we're like consistent. If it's like a really long thing, it's a little different, but try to get in the habit. Okay. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none. If there are no objections to Valentina Flores approved for the Senate seat for the Humanities College, it will pass unanimously. Are there any objections? Okay, seeing no objections, congratulations, Valentina Flores. You are now the senator for the Humanities College. And then now if there are no objections, I will call for a maybe 3-minute recess so Dr. Watkins can lead the oath of office for our newly appointed senators. So that would be Senator Shirzadi and Senator Flores. Please go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. I know it's Monday. All right, let's see. Why don't we have you both stand on that side? And we'll face. All right, please raise your right. I, and then state your name. Promise to meet the responsibilities set before me. Promise to meet the responsibilities set before me. And uphold the Constitution and bylaws of the Associated Students at California State University, Northridge. I also promise to comply with the policies and regulations of California State University, Northridge, and the state of California. On behalf of the faculty, staff, students, and your colleagues here, it's my pleasure to welcome you as a new senator here in Associated Students. Let's give them a cheer.
You both can take your seats now. Valentina, you can also take your seat as well. It's over here. It's somewhere. This is so exciting. Amazing. We're getting a fuller Senate. This is great. Wow. Beautiful. Thank you, Dr. Watkins. We will now move back into the agenda. We will go past information and discussion items into legislative referrals. We have 2. So the first one is submitted by Senator Miyoshi titled Jacaranda Hall Bike Lane Maintenance. The request is to have the bike lane at Jacaranda Hall be given necessary maintenance and adjustments to restore visibility and safety for pedestrians and bike users. This was suggested to University Affairs and it will go to University Affairs. And the last legislative referral submitted by Senator Miyoshi again, titled On-Campus Crosswalk Signals. The request is a request to consider the implementation of automated crosswalk signals for areas where a significant number of vehicles and people may be trying to cross an intersection at the same time, and where having pedestrians cross in groups would be safer and faster. These systems would prioritize the pedestrians right of way, but give them clear signals of when to cross, ideally when there has been enough time for a group of people to have formed to make these crossings more efficient. This was suggested to University Affairs, and I will send this to University Affairs. Wow. Loving the traffic referrals. These are great. Okay. All right. That is all for legislative referrals. We'll now move on to announcements. Are there any announcements from the board? Senator Toto Carranza.
So on Friday, this past Friday, we were able to table for sport clubs. It went great. We gave free food and then free giveaways. And it was for the CSUN ice hockey game versus LMU. And then later that day, Senator Pulliam joined me to the ice hockey game, and we had a big crowd. We had CSUN dance and CSUN cheer perform. And yeah, it went amazing. And then we also gave raffles to people who attended.
Any other announcements? Senator Pulliam?
Stole my bit. I was gonna say I went, but yes, we both went. It was fun. I guess we will leave the score unsaid. It was very spirited. A lot of goals made. I won't say on which side, but both sides. Anyway, last week, Tuche, my co-senator, and I both met with our dean, and then not this week, this upcoming week, we'll be attending the education department event. It's like a welcome back. I'll bring more information about it next week. I forgot the exact details, but I believe it's next Wednesday from either 5 or 5:30 to 7, something like that. And then I also attended my first communications meeting as the Senate rep for that. So yay, cool. Thank you.
Any other announcements? Senator Harris?
Professor Ricks, he's having an online service, and that's going to be Saturday, September 28th. It passed.
Okay, thank you. Any other announcements? Okay, my announcement is there's donuts. So please go get some donuts when this Senate meeting is over. Is there a lot? Oh, wow, 2 boxes. Okay, so I mean, maybe you all can have some too in the gallery. Unless I take like 6. I'll try not to. Okay, no other announcements? Okay, we'll move into the final roll call then with Government Secretary Moss.
Vice President Khan.
Here.
Senator Aronson.
Here.
Senator Flores. Senator Gavino.
Here.
Senator Jimeniano Aragon.
Here.
Senator Harris.
Here.
Senator Covenia. Senator Miyoshi.
Here.
Senator Nunez. Senator Olgun. Senator Perez.
Here.
Senator Pulliam.
Here.
Senator Radionov. Senator Weta.
Here.
Senator Shirzadi.
Here.
Senator Toledo Carranza.
Here.
Senator Tran.
Here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I will adjourn this meeting at 10:17 a.m.